Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today it is work on the 82 XJ750 and we're going to take this rear wheel off because this tire is toast. I mean, there's a divot in the center. It's almost like, I don't know, somebody must have done a burnout with this thing with a shaft drive. I don't know how it got that bad, but this bike's been sitting for quite a while. Actually, let's go up here and look when the last time it was on the road. 2015. So we've only got 5 years. So really that's not bad for a lot of the bikes we work on in this shop. So according to the manual, this shouldn't be too hard. And once we get it off, we have two options. This one I cleaned up and put air in. That is from a XJ650, 1981. And over here we have this rig. It still has the hub for the final drive, and we even have brake on it, but I don't think we're using this one. I didn't realize this tire was so nice, but that's an option. It does have the white lettering. Alright, for all you guys following along here, I went to pull that pin out and stuck my screwdriver in the top and went to pull it up, and it actually broke off. So you're not supposed to use these again, and obviously I won't be able to use this one again. There was still some sticking out the bottom, so I pulled it out with a vice grip. There you go. And that's trash. Now, there might be some still in there. If there is, I'll have to get it out, but who knows. Then I grabbed for a socket, and this is a 20, and this is extremely loose already. I don't know that this is a 20 for sure. Feels loose, but since the nut's loose and it's grabbing without rounding it off, I'm just gonna pull her off. And it's extremely loose, but it was being held on there by that little clip. Now, looks like it's not focusing very good. Let's get back a little bit. There are holes up and down and side to side, and it's fine. I don't think there's anything left in there as far as that little clip goes. Other side, we have a lock nut. It is a 12 millimeter, and I already loosened that up with my 12 millimeter socket. Now all we really need to do is support the rear wheel a little bit, so when the axle comes out through, it won't have any stress on the axle. Now make sure you don't lose any bits. Look at that. There's a bit that would have fallen off. Set that over here where I'll probably forget that it's sitting there. And now, really, all you gotta do, what do I got handy? Oh, ow. There we go. That's probably gonna be loose enough just to bang right through. Remember I told you you should support the wheel? Well, I'm not doing that. But it is working its way free over here. You can also stick a screwdriver in this hole, and that'll help you pull it through. I think what I'll do is grab a bungee strap or something and tie this wheel up. Or you could stick a block underneath it. I'll see if I can find either around here. I'm sure I'll find something. Be back with you in a sec. Spinning it a little bit to get it free. We are through the wheel. Now we're just trying to get it through the brakes. It's a little tougher than the wheel. through the final drive. Maybe I have something to knock it through here. Grab a long screwdriver or something that you can stick in and follow the axle through. Maybe that'll give it some push. There it goes. Yep, coming at you. There, that's free. Pull my screwdriver back out. And there's your axle. There is a nut that I'm going to lose right there. There you go, a washer, sorry. That sits on the outside of the brake housing. I'll stick that on there for now. Stick the other washer on here for now. Where'd that nut go? The nut is on the floor in the dirt. Alright. There, I got both washers and the nut. So I don't lose them, because I will. Alright now. Well, this bar came loose. Couple of notes there. Got the pin out. It's in fine shape. I will most likely reuse that, even though you're not supposed to. Then this turned out to be a 12 millimeter. Once I got that off, I could tell that. And there's a washer behind it, so make sure you don't lose that. Once you pull those off of this stud, that swings out of the way. Now, this is extremely loose. That is going to pop right out. That is your drum brake in there. So, the other thing is, make sure you retighten this, because I did loosen that up. I'll have to make sure that gets tightened back down with a 10 millimeter. But, as I told you, this nut right here, I was able to spin that off with my hand. All you got to do is release the pressure, push this back and hold it back off the nut, and then you can basically just remove that with your fingers. So let's just tighten this up right now so I don't forget it in the long run. That way you can leave that attached for the long haul. There we go. That's tightened back down. Alright, so this puppy, I don't know if it has enough room to fall off. Boy, we are completely loose. Anyway, let's get this off. Wonder if I can get it. There we go. There. See what I told you? This would just slide right off if you're not careful. You can put that nut back on if you want. But at this point, I bet you, with this loose, check your brake pads while you're in there. Yeah, there's not enough room to squeeze it past, unless I really tried. But the wheel is also coming loose, so I'm going to muscle that over and lift that right out. See if I can set you guys up to see at least a little bit of it. I'm just going to grab it from the top. Try and shimmy it over. There, that's free. Now my wood's in the way. I mean, the pieces of wood underneath the tire. It's not clearing the back fender here. Everything's loose. The tire is getting stuck. Oh, there goes parts of my brake. Alright. Come on, tire. I know you're flat. Let's go. Just come out. There we go. As the brake falls off. All right, guys. Let's get you a good look at this tire here. The reason this tire won't hold air. Well, that's definitely one reason this tire won't hold air. You can see inside. How does a tire get this way? I mean, is it even possible to do a burnout like this with a shaft drive? Comment below. But this tire is shot. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a tire this bad. That's amazing. I don't even know what to say about that other than wow. And there is our shaft drive. Inspect those splines. They are nice and clean. Now the problem is I want to shoot this on there. And I bet it would work. But I kind of want to just, maybe I should take these bolts out and throw this over on there, because I would prefer to keep them together. So maybe I'll swap those over. But yeah, this is the tire we're putting on. It's got a lot more life in it than this one. And it is from a 650. But these guys seem to match up just perfectly. So I think I'll swap these final drive gears over and be right back. All right, we're getting there. I knew you guys wouldn't want to watch me loosen a bunch of bolts. So here's the XJ750 rim. This is the one we're taking off. And if I was any self-respecting Yamaha owner, I would reuse this wheel, because I really like how it's so clean. Look how pretty it is in there. But we're going to use this dirty guy, and because I don't have any grease, we're going to hope that grease coming off of this one helps to grease up this one. And we're going to hope the bearing's good. It looks solid. So if looks are everything, we're going to go with that. You can see here, this is the bearing, or this is the final drive gear off of the XJ650 that we're not using at the moment. It's in good shape, but slid right off the hub there, I guess you would call it. And we're going to do the same here. Just slide it right off. Look how pretty that is. If I had a tire to put on, I would definitely just do that. But for now, I just want to ride. So we're going right over here. Gonna slide it right down over there. Perfectly matched up. We will use the bolts that came out of this one. Leave the bolts with that for that one. And again, I'm gonna put this on there. All right, got the drive hub here installed. It is called a flange, by the way. Did look in the guide, didn't bother to look up a torque setting, but make sure that you do tighten them down in a star pattern. So you want to tighten this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, so that they're all evenly torqued down. But I'm gonna torque them down and then fit this guy back into the final drive.